morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. And we begin with a polar bear ditching its natural fear of humans to ask for help. The 2-year-old walked right up to a group of people at a Russian outpost in the Arctic Circle, apparently hoping they'd take a stuck can out of its mouth. They couldn't without doing more harm than good, so they called in experts who flew 2,000 miles to put her to sleep, remove the can, patch up her mouth, and leave her with 100 pounds of fresh fish to feed on when she woke up. In a recent report, a team of U.S. and Canadian scientists warned that hungry polar bears are turning to landfills for food because their icy habitats are dwindling due to climate change. If unusual animal activity is one sign of climate change, nonstop rains might be another. 1/3 of Pakistan is reportedly now underwater from monsoons that began in June and haven't really stopped. According to the Wall Street Journal, nearly 1 million homes in the South Asian nation have been destroyed or damaged. The Prime Minister calls it a calamity and is asking the world for help. For more on our warming planet and what you can do to help, check out our resource page at kidnuz.org. NASA's moon rocket may get another shot at launch later this week. The agency is still combing through data to find out why one of the 4 rockets didn't cool yesterday to the temperature needed for a safe liftoff. So far, the agency is keeping the Tangerine Space Launch System on Pad 39B at Cape Canaveral, Florida, in anticipation of getting it off the ground on Friday. But if the problem turns out to be a big one, they'll have to slowly roll it back into its hangar, make repairs there, and delay launch until Monday or possibly even October. In his playing days, he went by the Mick, Muscles, and the Commerce Comet. Today, the late great switch hitter Mickey Mantle has another nickname, the Titan of Trading Cards. Over the weekend, a mint-condition baseball card that cost no more than a nickel back in 1952 sold at auction for more than $12.5 million, making it the most valuable piece of sports memorabilia in the world. Its going price obliterated that of a Honus Wagner card sold just weeks ago, and trumped the $9 million spent on the jersey worn by Diego Maradona when he scored the goal known as the Hand of God in the 1986 World Cup. Mickey Mantle was a lifetime Yankee, a 20-time All-Star, and a 7-time World Series champion. The pandemic pick-me-up hotline started by grammar school students last spring is still going gangbusters. 2 teachers from the Westside Union Grade School in Healdsburg, California, got it off the ground in March, hoping to cheer up anyone who dialed in. They called it Pep Talk, and students taped messages of inspiration like, "Go get your wallet and spend it on ice cream and shoes. And if you're feeling deflated, do what you like best. It'll re-inflate you." According to CBS News, the student-produced hotline has received about 5 million calls, and the kids have decided to branch out. They've now set up an advice booth and are writing a book. Pep Talk is free. If you'd like to give it a try, the number is 707-873-7862. In today's KidNuz notes, insomnia tends to zap the creative energy from most of us. Not so for Taylor Swift. At the MTV Awards Sunday night, the pop star announced she'll soon drop a new album. Midnights will release on October 21st and will include 13 songs she wrote about 13 sleepless nights. That's it for KidNuz. Now today's KidNuz quiz. What kind of Arctic animal asked humans for help? A polar bear. 1/3 of what nation is reportedly underwater from non-stop rains? Pakistan. A baseball card of what player is now the most valuable sports memorabilia in the world? Mickey Mantle. When is the next opportunity to launch Artemis 1? Friday. In today's Kid News Kicker, the Force was definitely with a Star Wars superfan who wanted to rep his favorite franchise during high school graduation. When it was his turn to walk the stage in British Columbia, Canada last June, Hunter Wark Pantoja pulled 2 smuggled lightsabers from beneath his gown, gave one to his principal, and dared him to an epic duel. The video is just now making the rounds, and in it you can see the principal shake off his surprise, quickly settle into his own Jedi battle stance, and take up Hunter on the challenge. Afterward, Hunter said, "It couldn't have been a better way to graduate." Before we go, we want to shout out our teachers, starting with Mrs. Dula and her 5th grade Wildcats at Galva Elementary in Galva, Illinois. To California for Ms. Rivera and her Roadrunners at Rosedale North in Saugus, and Mr. Metters and his Mighty Mustangs at Traver Elementary in Traver. Mrs. Hoffman and her Chargers at Prince Chapman Academy in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And Ms. Worthman and her funny, fabulous 5th graders at New World Educational Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for listening, everyone. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.